Take a few minutes to talk about where you think Ward 8 can leverage these assets, and how you would try to utilize that as an alderman.
Yeah, so let me first say that I think Ward 8 is the best ward in the city. A little biased. It's where I grew up mostly. But when me and my wife bought a house, we were looking in Londonderry, Goffstown, and everything else. And ultimately, Ward 8, it has that mix of housing. It has some countryside type settings. It has South Willow Street. It's huge. It's the economic hub of our city, right? Now, obviously, the airport as well. It's the place to be, and it's very close to 93. Everything kind of runs through there, and I'd rather be in no other ward. You touched on South Willow Street. I think South Willow Street, there's giant opportunity there, right? We see a lot of focus on the downtowns. There's a lot of places to go see music, enjoy food, and get some culture. What a great opportunity we have in South Willow Street. There's plenty of space. There needs to be some work done as far as making it a little more walkable so people can walk up and down. But I think in the future we should really leverage those opportunities that we have to bring not only commerce, that we already have and enjoy, very close to our doorsteps, right? Because anywhere in Ward 8, you can be on South Willow Street at the mall, Best Buy, buying a pair of sneakers, whatever you need to do in 5 minutes. But we have an opportunity for not only commerce, but culture, restaurants, experiences, and that's where the economy is going. Is a lot of people are really enjoying, and a lot of economic growth is driven by experiential goods, and there's plenty of space to do it there, and I think we can use some beautifying and investment, and I hope to help make that happen.
You ended the last segment with a very interesting idea that you're bringing to the table, Sean, about bringing culture to South Willow Street. I've talked about South Willow Street a lot in a variety of contexts, and I've always looked at it as an economic dynamo, as a generator of jobs and money, tax base kind of thing, so that it levels the expenses. But you're talking about a whole nother thing, and you brought up the topic of experiential retail, I guess. And I'm an old man. I'm older than you are. But can you talk a little bit more about like what that would be? Are we talking like a place where you'd go to a gym, or maybe a climbing wall place, or we know what a restaurant looks like, and there've been restaurants up and down Willow. We got a Jersey Mike's coming in, which I'm kind of looking forward to. But sad to see Friendly's go, a fixture for probably 50, 60 years. It's always been there. But can you tell me a little bit more about like what specifically you might be looking at there?
Yeah, I guess first I would say we can look at Backyard Brewery, right? They've really done a great job down there. It's former place was the Yard Restaurant, which in its heyday was a pretty happening place.
Before that, the Junkyard Restaurant.
That I'm not familiar with. Maybe a little bit before my time.
It was literally a junkyard.
Oh, really? No kidding. Like kind of across the street.
So, there, right? That's how it all built up.
But the experiential thing, it's you don't have to go to a brick and mortar store anymore to get anything you need. It's at your doorstep. So when you're going out, whether it's shopping, eating, anywhere really, a huge driver of a modern economy in the United States is getting an experience. Like going to shows, like you mentioned, a rock climbing wall. That'd be something cool to do. Just obviously we can't do this in South Willow Street, but in Goffstown, one of the biggest things every year is the pumpkin regatta. Things like that, things that are really different and out of the norm. It's not the normal thing that you do. What exactly can go down there? Well, I guess I'll leave that to the people with the good business ideas that are going to bring it there.
What immediately comes to mind, Sean, is Patriot Place, what they built up next to the stadium down in Foxborough, which provides retail, but it also provides these other destinations and opportunities to do things.
The other one is Assembly Row. That's extremely popular, and that's exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about mixed use. We're talking about residential mixed in with restaurants and window shopping and shopping in general, but it's all those experience things that it's really the forefront of the new economy.